Yo guys, what's up? This is Tom from Unreal Meta and welcome back to a new video. This is the third part of the Blender beginner tutorial series, and today I will show you the basics of sculpting. So first we have a default cube and we will not start to sculpt with an UV sphere. Why? I showed you in another video, I will link it up in the info card. But we will start with a cube. Let's go to the modifiers tab and add a subdivision surface right here. And make it Catmull Clark. And add some subdivisions. And let's apply this really quick. And let's jump right into the sculpting tab. And over here, this is the draw tool. It is a basic sculpting tool. And yeah, there's nothing much to say about it. It just makes smooth sculpting. If you press shift and then sculpt, it is negative sculpting, so this goes in but not out. Yeah, this is the second tool. It's the draw sharp tool, and it's basically like an eraser. With shift it gets just smoothened out, so it's not sharp but smooth. The next tool is the clay tool. It is again a sculpting tool, and we can add layers like clay layers, and it's very smooth too. And again with shift it's like negative and just get smoothened out. And the next tool is my favorite tool, the clay strips, and it's just a sculpting tool. That is what it says, clay strips. Yeah, and again with shift left click we get smoothing and negative sculpting. The next tool is the clay thumb tool, and it is again what it says. It's like when you press with the thumb on your surface, all the vertices get dragged in front of the mouse. And yeah, let's jump to the next tool. It's the layer tool, and this tool just creates layers. In the first tool, draw tool, you can draw as high as you want, but with the layer tool you just create one layer at a time. The Inflate tool is like the draw tool, but very smooth and very slow. The blob tool is really nothing special too, and you can just sculpt on your surface as with the other tools. In my opinion, the crease tool is very interesting. It creates creases like the draw sharp tool, but thinner creases, and the vertices get dragged together and you get very sharp creases. The next tool is the smooth tool, a very useful tool in my opinion. So let's press F on a keyboard, drag it out and left click, and we get a bigger brush and we can smooth all out. If we create some topology again, I will show you the flatten tool. It just flattens out some areas. It's basically what the layer tool does, but it is just a smoothing tool. So here again is the layer tool, and this is the flatten tool on the layer. And the next tool is the fill tool. What this does is just for smooth filling between vertices. And the next tool is the scrape tool. It is again what it says. It creates scrapes, but very smoothly. And it's not like the crease tool, it creates very sharp creases. And the next tool is the multi-plane scrape, and this creates really nice scrapes, and in my opinion this is the best tool for creating creases and scrapes. It doesn't really deform the vertices and drag them all together, but makes it smooth. And the next tool is the pinch tool. This will drag the vertices together like this. So if we go into edit mode, you can see how all these vertices are dragged together. And let's undo that with the smooth tool. And the next tool is the grab tool. With the grab tool you can just grab one vertex at a time and drag it out, and then maybe smooth it a little bit or something, I don't know. I think this is not useful, but the elastic deform is way more useful. So we can grab some part of our mesh and drag it out, and you can see how all the mesh gets deformed. And I have to say, this is very more useful and gets you more realistic results. The next tool is the snake hook tool, and if I use it like this, you can see I get very weird topology. So for this to work fine, we need to go to the top right here, then to tool, to dynamic topology, enable it, okay, and just set the detail size to maybe 3. And we can slowly drag out our topology, and you can see how more vertices get added here. Yeah. And this works just really fine. So let's disable that again and close this tab. The next tool is the thumb tool, and it is just a grab tool, but nothing special. It gets you more errors than something else, and I just don't like to use that. Pose tool is a very new tool in Blender, and it's there to pose your meshes, and you don't need bones. So I can grab my mesh here and drag it around, and you can see it gets posed. Yeah, this can be useful too, but my preference are still armatures and bones for rigging. Next tool is the nudge tool. I don't use it because it just deforms the mesh a little bit and really doesn't do anything special. And the next tool is the rotate tool. What this does is it creates some worlds and rotates the mesh. For the next tool, I will add a cube again and subdivide it again. And the tool is the cloth tool. And basically you can create cloth really easily with this tool. And yeah, if you have a model with like a t-shirt or something on it and it's really smooth, you can use this tool to add creases and you get more realistic cloth. See, this looks like a squeezed ball. So let's skip these 3 tools and jump to the box mask tool. And let's mask this area out. And if I go to sculpting tool now, you can see the area that is masked out doesn't get deformed. If you want to undo that, just select your tool, press Ctrl and deselect the area. Now you can sculpt on the area again. The same works for the lasso mask. It is just a lasso for selecting. The next tool is the box height tool. What this does is it just hides some vertices, and now you can see they are hidden. If you want to undo that, just press Alt H, or you can undo that by pressing Ctrl, dragging over the area and letting the mouse button go. Yeah. So the last 2 tools are the mesh filter. I can grab the mesh and make it smaller or bigger with this tool. But the topology gets very, very weird. And the last tool is the cloth filter. So if I click on that, it falls just down like cloth simulation is happening. Or I can drag it up again. And yeah, that were the basics of sculpting. I hope you liked the tutorial. If yes, leave a thumbs up. If no, leave a thumbs down. I'll see you next time, and bye.